Check, check.
It's Baig and Tricks trivia time. Grab your friends and play it online. With Ali and Gina and Taco just for you. It's Baig and Tricks trivia time. And we're feeling alright. Okay, come on, let's play.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. It is time for our Thursday night general knowledge trivia. My name is Ali with Baig Tricks Entertainment. Thank you for choosing to spend your Thursday evening with us, with myself, with Gina, with Taco, Penelope, and Katniss here at the Baig Tricks household. We're very excited. We have a fun one planned tonight. General knowledge trivia. Questions about anything and everything. We have some fun mini bonus rounds that we're going to mix in. And we have a prize for first place tonight, thanks to our sponsors, Elmhurst Brewing Company out of Elmhurst, Illinois. They have graciously sponsored this event with a $25 gift card. So if you win tonight, if you end this competition in first place, you will win a $25 gift card to Elmhurst Brewing Company. They have delicious beer, delicious food, and they are open for both curbside carryout and delivery service right now. If you haven't checked them out, please do, whether you win or not tonight. If you're in the area, show them some love just for doing this. They've been sponsoring almost every single one of the events that we host. So we certainly love them for that. We do have other events coming up with other sponsors as well. So please show love to all of these companies and small businesses, particularly that are sponsoring our events. It allows us to put these on for you for more than just fun. Obviously, it would be fun no matter what. But they allow us to give out prizes to you guys when you play. Yeah, good point. So we are going to get started in just a few minutes. If this is your first time, make sure you join the online game. Obviously, if you can see me and you can hear me in YouTube, you're doing well, but you want to make sure you join the online game. That's how you'll actually submit your answers for trivia. That's how you'll be graded. And that's how you actually have the opportunity to win the gift card tonight. You don't answer here on YouTube. This is just for hearing me and seeing me and chatting with the other people that are playing. You can do that via the live chat on YouTube. But again, make sure you join the online game. I always recommend leaving this YouTube video up on your computer or on your smart TV and then joining the online game from your phone. It's, in my opinion, the easiest way to play. Once you go to the link, you can see down here at the bottom, online.baigoftricks.com. Enter in the code TRICKS4. Tricks 4, it'll ask you for two pieces of information. It's going to ask you for your name and the state that you're playing from. Or if you're not here in the United States, let us know what country you're playing from. Once you've done that, it will tell you the game will begin shortly. That is your sign that you are done. You are in. You are ready to go. From that point, you are just waiting on me to start the game, and we will do that here in just a few minutes. I like to wait a few minutes to allow people to join, especially if this is your first time. I want to give everyone plenty of time and opportunity to get into the game. I see a lot of people have joined. Maggie, welcome. I wasn't sure if you were working or not. I saw Tailgaters is open. That's very, very awesome. I think Gina and I said we're going to check that out sometime soon. I haven't been to Tailgaters in forever, and obviously with the shutdown I haven't, but glad to see you here. Lindsay, hi. There will be no Survivor spoilers. I promise you I will not spoil anything.
Let us know when you're done.
Yeah, let us know when you're done because I'd love to talk about it. Hi, Christiane. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kayla. I can see you guys in the comments. I don't get to communicate with you all as much as I'd like, but that's what Gina does very well. She will comment and communicate with you guys via the live chat. So please keep that conversation up. We love the conversation during this event. Obviously, I've said it a million times. If you just want to play a quick trivia game, you can find those online from a multitude of websites. We like to be more interactive here at Baig of Tricks Entertainment. We like to talk with you, and from that point on, we like to continue the conversation on our Baig of Tricks online community. If you start talking here and you don't get to finish the conversation, we move on to something else. Bring it to our Baig of Tricks online community group on Facebook. It's free to join. Anybody can join, and we just really post fun things there. So if you haven't joined, please do. We are going to get started here in just a couple minutes. Before we do, I'm not sure if they're here yet, but a special happy birthday to Janessa B. I saw that on Facebook. I don't know that you and Chris have missed an event since we started online trivia, and honestly, I don't know if you've missed a Tuesday at Altar in forever. So thank you guys for being here. Janessa, if you're choosing to be here, if you're not here, you get a pass because it's your birthday. So thank you guys for being here. Happy birthday, Janessa. That's about it, guys, in terms of announcements. We do have Monk Trivia coming up this evening. You can see the events rotating on the screen. Monk Trivia, shout out to Kayla, who was our donation drawing winner. She asked us to do Monk Trivia, so we're doing that. Our donation drawing is how we give back to all of you who have graciously donated to Baig of Tricks during this time. You can see the links down below. They'll be here all night. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. We accept donations or tips if you feel so inclined. By no means do you have to. These events are free to play. But one way that we're giving back to those of you that donate is we choose one person each week. And if we choose you, you get to select a themed or a general knowledge trivia night we do the following week. So this week, Kayla was chosen, and she asked us to do Monk Trivia. We're doing that for her. So, again, if you feel so inclined, we accept donations or tips via those links below. But on the flip side, tomorrow night, we'll be raising donations for a different organization, the Bloomingdale Township Food Pantry. This event was organized by the Moms of the Western Burbs, and they brought us in to host trivia for a fundraiser that they've already had planned to raise money to provide food to families in need. So to be clear, tomorrow night's event is free to play. You don't have to pay to be there, but rather than seeing these links down below, we will have information for you to donate directly to the organization who will be, again, tomorrow night is the Bloomingdale Township Food Pantry. We're doing fundraisers every Friday right now. We call it Fundraising Friday. We've raised over $15,000 for charity. Just this little two-person team here, and Taco, of course, putting on these events. We've done that, but you are the people who have been raising those funds. You are the ones who have graciously donated to support these organizations. You know, nobody's in a good spot right now, so to see you guys be so overwhelmingly gracious with those donations is really, really positive and encouraging to me. It encourages me to keep doing these events for you guys. So please join us tomorrow. That's the final public event we have this week on Friday night. I believe it starts at 8. You'll see it in a second. The last thing I'll say about that event, I mentioned this yesterday, you know, we have prizes tonight. We have a gift card for first place. Tomorrow night, we have more prizes lined up to give away than we've had for any event, maybe that we've ever hosted, even in person. They have been very, very, very fantastic about reaching out for sponsors and donations from local businesses. So please join us tomorrow. We will have a whole bunch of prizes up for grabs. Some of them will be raffle prizes, but a lot of them will be for the top winners of trivia. So we're going to dive into trivia here tonight, guys. Again, this is your last chance to join before we start. If you haven't yet, get on your phone, go to online.baigoftricks.com, enter in the code TRICKS4. You will see the online game once you've given your name and your state or country where you're playing from. I've already seen some of our awesome friends from Canada. Our friend from New Zealand is back at work today, so that's, sad but happy for her that she's able to go back. But we do miss having. We had our first participant from Russia the other day, so it's very exciting. Even though we're all physically being forced to be apart, we're being able to come together all over the world via this online trivia format. So we are going to get started. If I click the right button, where'd it go?
What you doing?
Oh, drinking.
Coffee.
Yeah. So I see about 80 people logged on right now. We're going to get going. How this works, there's a mixture tonight of different types of questions, but mostly it is multiple choice questions for our first round, and then we'll switch over to text questions later on. For the first 10 questions, I'll ask you a question, and you'll have 4 answer options appear on the screen, A, B, C, and D. One of those will always be the correct answer. So we started out kind of easy here. You've always got a 25% shot. Even if you're not sure, click one of them because you may guess and get the points. Each correct answer is worth a maximum of 150 points for the multiple choice questions. And I say maximum because you earn more points the quicker that you get your answer in. If you hit A and the answer is A and you got it in right away and somebody else hits A 10 seconds later, you earn more points than them. So there's a little strategy to that. You want to answer as quickly as possible, but don't blindly click just to be fast, because if you click B when you meant to click A, you can't undo it. It's stuck. You're in. That's about it. Oh, I just saw Valentine 1983. Thanks for subscribing on YouTube. I always forget to ask, if you're there and you're seeing the YouTube video, hit the little subscribe button. That just makes it easier to find our live videos in the future. If you're subscribed, it'll pop up when you're on there. So thank you for doing that. And thank you. I saw a couple donations come in too, so thank you to everybody that's donated. We really appreciate it. All right, here we go. This first question, everybody, is a practice question, so I'm just going to throw it up on the screen. And before we do, actually, cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Woo-hoo.
Cheers to the most important person here right now, Taco. All right.
Chat's good already.
So here we go. Here's how it works. You're going to see a question pop up. Once I click the timer, you'll have a 30-second timer begin. You have until that timer hits 0 to get your answer in, but you earn more points the quicker you submit your answer. This very first question, though, is just a practice question, so it's not actually worth any points. This is just so you can learn how the system works. Here we go. Question number 1, our practice question. What is the name of your host tonight? What is my name? The timer will start. From that point, you have 30 seconds to get it in. What is the name of your host tonight? Jim, Michael, Dwight, or Ali? What is the name of your host? Dave, thanks for the text.
No.
Oh, it's good. All right. We got 65 people in, 66, 67. So don't forget, even if you're not sure, and this one doesn't even count, so make sure you click something. But even if you're not sure of an answer, you want to send something in. I forgot to ask for or remind you guys about this for the last week or so. Please do continue to send in pictures of your trivia teams and how you're playing. Somebody just sent us a picture of them playing at their home bar. They're playing trivia at the bar, but it's their home bar. So we like seeing those and sharing those in our online trivia album. It makes us feel more like everything's a little more normal. We always have tons of pictures from the bars and the restaurants of you guys playing trivia. So let's see what you thought here. 4 people said Jim, 5 people Michael, 11 people said Dwight. I'm honored. The correct answer is Ali. My name is Ali with Baig of Tricks Entertainment. Thank you all for being here. That's the only practice question you get. Now they're worth points. This goes without saying, but don't cheat. Don't Google anything. Don't look anything up. You're welcome to play with family or friends or even a virtual team, but the answer has to come out of somebody's brain. Here we go. Question 2, first real question of the evening. Which of the following ships did not sail with Christopher Columbus during his first voyage to America? Which of these is not one of the legendary ships as part of Christopher Columbus's voyage to America? Is it the Pinta, the Santa Maria, the Nina, or the Rosalita? The gift?
I like the gift. Oh, you guys have a really cool home bar. It looks like a tropical drink or something.
Bobby Kate, I is here. comment on the video. Welcome, Bobby. Oh, I am missing the comments. You guys are active.
It's good tonight. I mean, it's always good.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see what you guys thought. Tried to give us a social to start the day, and you responded well. The correct answer is the Rosalita is not one of the ships that sailed with Christopher Columbus during his first voyage to America. So cheers, that's a social. Completely optional, but this is how we celebrate you guys and how well you do at trivia. Anytime you do very well, I offer up a cheers, a social, a sociable, a cola, and a luna to our Hawaiian friends. Congrats, everybody. Let's see how fast this whiskey goes. Question number 3. Which 1984 movie soundtrack sat atop the Billboard 200 albums chart at number 1 for 24 consecutive weeks? Which of the soundtracks listed below was at number 1 for 24 consecutive weeks? Dirty Dancing, Footloose, Purple Rain, or Top Gun? Hello, Jen Sterna. Hello, Rich Hansen.
Oh, Janessa, I love her tiara, her birthday tiara.
Yes.
Ooh, is it cheesecake?
Team, take your top off. We'll send one right away. That whole sentence just seems risque.
Yep.
But yes, please send your team photo. We will share it out no matter what.
I'm putting all of those in her album.
Yes. This one I didn't think would be a social. I thought it might spread you guys out, and it did. 15 of you said Dirty Dancing. 25 said Footloose. 29 said Purple Rain.
Right.
And 29 of you were right. Purple Rain, overall. Obviously, each of these had great songs. Kenny Loggins for both Footloose and Top Gun. And then you had Time of My Life, Dirty Dancing. All huge hits, but Purple Rain, overall, just a fantastic album. All right, number 4. Shout out to our book reading friends. In the book, The Wizard of Oz, and I know there are multiple ones, but the question rings true. In the book, not the movie, The Wizard of Oz, what color are Dorothy's slippers? They were ruby red slippers in the movie, but what color were the slippers in the book? Were they emerald, pearlescent, silver, or gold? Tyler King, I do not make. I've made a few gifts. If there's ever one that I really, really want that I can't find, I'll make it. But for the most part, there are gifts out there on Giphy for everything. Bobby is here. Thank God for trivia. I think, therefore, I am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sure I really was here. Yeah. Ooh, I can't. My brain can't handle that. But we're glad you're here, Bobby.
I mean, I get it.
All right, let's see what you thought. 23 of you said emerald. 3 of you said pearlescent. 31 people said silver, and 15 said gold. Correct answer is silver. They were silver slippers in the book. Silver slippers, ruby red, in the movie. So here we are. We'll do question 5, and then we'll look at the standings for the first time. You know I love my elements. Which radioactive chemical element with the atomic number 97 is named after a city in California? Which radioactive chemical element number 97 is named after a city in California? Is it sanfranium, berkelium, sacramentium, or angelium? Abigail, I thought that might have been the case. I'm pretty sure I've heard that, but I didn't want to say it without knowing. That makes sense. Chocolate chip cheesecake from Oak Park Bakery. Oh, that sounds delicious. All right, let's see what you thought. A couple people said sanfranium and angelium. Just 11 people said sacramentium. The correct answer, many of you knew, is berkelium. Berkelium, Berkeley, California. Good job, good job, good job. We'll look at the standings for the first time. If you're in first, second, or third place, your score will stay atop the screen. Everybody else is going to rotate through. So let's take a look. Let's see where you're at. Currently in first, second, and third, We have Rich H and Batty and the Spicy Meatballs. May I see your manager there up in 5th. Jeff in 13th. Melanie and Chris in 15th. I see Al out there. And Albin, welcome, Albin. Snap out of it. Team Take Your Top Off, just behind Taco's Party People. I love that you've kept that team name. I really like that team name. Great job, Addison.
He's ready to party, as you can see.
Janessa is a birthday princess.
Aww.
The Wilkes Bros. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Welcome, my friends.
That was a scary laugh.
A poo-poo and a pee-pee. I see Bobby Kate out there. So that's where everybody's at right now. Things may change. Things may certainly change. We're only 4 real questions in. All right. We're going to go on to question number 6. Still multiple choice. Which company produced the first commercially available compact disc player? Which company produced the first commercially available CD player? Is it Sony, Philips, Pioneer, or Kenwood? I have that exact CD case in the basement. That is what my CDs are still in right now. Except I think my DVDs are in that one. If you didn't have one of those underneath the car seat in your car in the year 1999 or 2000, but don't accidentally leave it in the sun because then all your CDs get melted to it.
I still have that.
Remember the visor CD clip? You could put the CDs on your visor. Oh, how old?
Definitely under my seat. There's one of those.
Yeah. That's incredible. You guys knew this one. 84% of you. Sony. I think all of these. Kenwood did mostly home audio, but Pioneer, Philips, Sony certainly did some mobile stuff. The Sony Walkman. Was it called the Walkman for CDs? I think they kept the brand, right? Discman. That makes more sense. The Discman.
Had to have that anti-skip on there.
Yeah, anti-skip. That was. I remember everybody jokes about me loving Hanson, but that was one of the first CDs I ever had. Middle of nowhere.
Aww.
All right, question 7. On this scale, so I'm looking for the name of the scale. On this scale, talc is a 1, while diamond is a 10. So it rates the hardness of minerals. What is the name of the scale? Is it the Saffir-Simpson scale, the Scoville scale, the Fujita scale, or the Mohs scale? Perfect for getting stolen from the car. Yeah, speaking from experience. I remember, I was lucky. Thankfully, mine was never, but I had multiple friends who had their whole disc binder stolen from their cars.
Ooh.
Same, but for blank DVDs. Yes, yes, yes. All right. You guys did well here. A few of you said Saffir-Simpson. Scoville is the spicy pepper scale. The correct answer here is the Mohs scale. Talc is a 1. Diamond, one of the hardest. At the top there at 10. Congratulations. Let's go on to question number 8. In the adventure novel Treasure Island, what is the name of Long John Silver's parrot? Pirate is Long John Silver. What is the name of Long John Silver's parrot? Is it Captain Pink, Captain Skint, Captain Stink, or Captain Flint? Totally hits to, first CD.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lindsay, yours was Hanson, Middle of Nowhere too?
Oh, meant to be friends.
I know.
Steph was Aerosmith?
That's awesome.
Maybe that was my
Maggie Hanson, yes! I will say, the only, now that's what I call music. They're on like 79 or 80 something, or I don't know anymore. But the only one I ever owned was the very first one. It was just called Now That's What I Call Music. There was no number. It wasn't number 1. It was just called Now That's What I Call Music. The very first one had Marcy's Playground, Sex and Candy, Lenny Kravitz.
Before it kind of took a shift.
Yeah, shit. I'll have to look up because that was a good CD. That was a good one. I feel like Harvey Danger might have been on there. I had a Harvey Danger CD. Anyway, you guys knew this. Captain Flint. I'm surprised. I didn't know how well this one would be known, but you guys knew. Captain Flint, the name of the parrot. Great job. Question number 9. From what fictional country is Eddie Murphy's character coming from, supposedly, in the movie Coming to America? Coming to America, Eddie Murphy's character comes from what fictional country? Is it Wakanda, Zamunda, African Confederation, or Ganosha? Shaq Diesel. Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time, Big Shiny Tunes, technically a country one.
Jen Cerna wins.
What was Jen Cerna's?
Fighters.
Oh, nice.
This is fun. That was a good question. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah, great question. I remember when my dad gave me a bunch of CDs that he bought. That was,
Oh.
yeah, shit that I never would have.
He was probably just like, I want my son to like
Yeah,
music I
listen,
like.
yeah, it was so. I don't want to say stereotypically like what a dad would give to his 14-year-old son in 2000, but it was like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, a couple country albums, like stuff that I did not listen to, but I love now.
Janessa had a good suggestion.
What was
for
that?
The music round.
Yeah.
The secret themes are all from the first Now CD. Oh, he likes it.
Janessa, that's going now. My biggest regret in life is that we can't do music rounds right now. I think I may. Now that you mention it, I'm gonna think something out and I'll tell you in a little bit. So the correct answer here is Zamunda. Zamunda, the fictional country Eddie Murphy's character is from in Coming to America. Good job, good job, good job. All right, question 10. What well-known actress would you find singing lead vocals in the musical group She and Him? So there's a musical group called She and Him. Which of these actresses sings in She and Him? Is it Anna Kendrick, Zooey Deschanel, Kristen Bell, or Kate Hudson? Music round is sung by Ali. No doubt. Did you see that, Chrissy Ann's?
Uh-huh.
You were all about Gwen. Oh, Wilkes Bros, I'm sorry. So one of the things I'm trying to flesh out is we can do some trivia via Zoom, my friends. So obviously we do this on YouTube because it works the best with the system. But we do have a corporate Zoom account with Baig-o-tricks that we could use, and with Zoom, I can do music rounds, which is something I've been really looking forward to. We tested it out. I can play the music. You wouldn't hear it through my speakers. You hear it. It plays it directly through your computer from my account. So I'm trying to figure out how to set up. I would love to do like a small test group. And ideally, a lot of you out there in the comments right now who have been with us all the time, every day, would be, at the top of the list for an invitation for that. So keep an eye out. And especially that, I'll probably put some information out about that via the online community. So if you haven't join that, because I'll put some info out that way, and we'll get a game planned. We'll do something fun.
2 people at the same time said I volunteers tribute. Lindsay and Jen.
Nice.
That's cute.
This is a social, guys. Thank you to Zooey Deschanel. Oh, a double social. Sorry, it went away. Not only was it 93%, but 69 of you answered correctly. So cheers, 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 cheers. And I just love Zooey Deschanel. Oh, thank you for the donation, Laura. We appreciate it. All right, question 11. This is the final multiple choice question. We'll do the standings once again after we finish question 11. I was worried about switching. I'm drinking both coffee and Irish whiskey. But I mean, it's just an Irish coffee with one extra sip.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, it sounds like they're diarrhea. But
Yeah, no.
You'll be okay.
I think I'll be all right. Come on, computer. You're taking longer than ever for question 11. All right, which of the following individuals of the 4, who is the only one who does not have a complete EGOT, which means they, as an individual, have won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony? 3 of the following individuals have done that. 1 of them has not. Which one of these individuals does not have an EGOT to their name? Is it Hugh Jackman, John Legend, Whoopi Goldberg, or Audrey Hepburn? Let us in. We volunteer. I volunteer. Yes. Yeah, we'll definitely do it. I just need to figure out a time and put something together. I would love to. And honestly, I would love to do a small one. If we do it larger so we can do some music trivia via Zoom, just because if I do music over YouTube, it blocks it. It cuts it off. But over Zoom, I could do it. And I could still host for many people if we just keep all of your video and your audio off. But I would love to do a small game and actually have your guys' video on, so it's not just me talking at you for once. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
All right, let's see what you thought. That'd be a fun thing to do with loyalty members. All right, anyway, you got me thinking here, guys. 28 of you said Hugh Jackman. 22 of you said Audrey Hepburn. 11 people said John Legend. 13, Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi. The correct answer here is Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman. The only one he doesn't have is an Oscar. He has an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. He does not have an Oscar. Everybody else has all four. All right, that's the end of multiple choice. Let's look at the standings and see where we're at. May I see your manager up into first, Rich H, right there in second. Rich H has come out swinging this entire week. Rich is coming for blood. And still in second place right now. Batty in third. Everybody else rotating through. So take a look, see where you're at. Lindsay, you have an abundance of free time. Definitely in for music trivia. Guinea pig. Don't tell. I'm sorry, Jen Sterna. Oh, if I didn't know. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I just need to get some free time to make that game. All right, so
yes,
we are going to switch things up. We're still playing general knowledge trivia, but we are no longer doing multiple choice questions. From this point on, you have to type in the answer. I'm not going to offer up 4 answers and just have you click on one. I'm going to ask you a question, and you, out of the recesses of your mind, have to come up with the answer and type it in. So a few things you need to know. Number one, there is still a 30-second timer, so you do still have 30 seconds to answer, but you no longer lose points if it takes you a while to answer. You're going to either earn the full value or you're going to earn 0 points. And I'm telling you that so that you take your time and spell your answers right. If you spell the answer right, the system automatically grades it and gives you points. If you spell it wrong, I have to come behind. That's what he always says. Tipsy, I'm going to come behind with this. No, tipsy bartender. Now you're going to come behind with, anyway. Oh, it's been a long week, guys. If you spell it wrong, I have to fix it. And I can't promise, especially tonight, that I'm going to catch all of your misspellings. So take your time, spell everything right. And this first round, so we do mini bonus rounds. This next round is 5 questions that all come from the same category. We've done a lot of pop culture. We've done some sports. We've done a little bit of music. I guess it would fall under pop culture. But tonight we're switching it up, and we are doing some literature, if you will. Specifically, Shakespeare. Shakespeare tonight. So, before anybody gets on my case, these are mini bonus rounds. They are meant to test your knowledge of a specific subject. So, if you are not a huge Shakespeare expert, you're going to struggle for 5 questions. But then we move on to another round after that. Yeah. So, you still have every opportunity to answer, even if you're not sure. You don't lose points if you're wrong. Just make sure you do type something in and hit submit. My suggestion from me to you, don't wait until there's 1 second left to submit your answer. Try to get your answers in before that timer hits 5. Because this is the internet, it's unpredictable. If you submit your answer before 5 seconds hits on that timer, you have the best chance of it actually getting in and getting counted. So here we go. How this next round works. I want to see what was making you laugh.
Rich.
Oh, Jesus. Now I want to watch Parasite. Bobby, don't start yet. Rolling a J. I'll wait for that. We'll hang out for 1 second while I drink this coffee anyway. And I need to explain the next round. So it is Shakespeare in the form of, I'm going to give you the names of a few characters from Shakespeare plays. You just have to tell me what play those characters are from. So all of the characters, I believe I did 3 characters for each. All 3 characters will come from one single Shakespeare play. You just have to name the play. It's that simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's that simple. All you have to do is name the play. Steppy Star in 4th. Congrats. Spicy Meatballs in 5th. All right, here we go. First one coming up. Once again, don't forget, type your answer in, hit submit. Try to do it before 5 seconds hits on that timer. Name the Shakespeare play from the characters listed. Mercutio, the nurse, and Tybalt, or Tybalt. I can never remember. Tybalt. Mercutio, the nurse, and Tybalt are 3 characters from what famous Shakespeare play? Lindsay, I wouldn't be so sure. Kiss of death for my game, I'm sure. No, you might surprise yourself. This was one of those, like when lockdown started and it was originally just going to be 2 weeks, right? Like when everything was shut down. And I sat down and I said, I'm going to read some Shakespeare. I've been meaning to do this for a really long time. I'm going to read some Shakespeare. This is the closest I've gotten to reading Shakespeare during shutdown because I've just been hosting trivia all the time. So I'm glad I could at least include some Shakespeare in this manner in my life. I'm just checking your spellings right now. A few of you spelled it wrong, but I'm still giving you points. The correct answer here, as 63% of you do, is Romeo and Juliet. Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Anybody in Romeo and Juliet in play in high school or on stage after high school? Let us know. All right, here we go. Question 13. Same type of question, different characters. Name the Shakespeare play from these characters. Cassio, Emilia, Roderigo. Which Shakespeare play has all 3 of these characters? Cassio, Emilia, and Roderigo. Half the people out there going, oh yeah, I know this after Romeo and Juliet, and then they see this, and they're like, oh, shit. Yeah. That's how I would have felt. That's how I would have felt, at least.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, Tyler, I'm in for that. I do like my own face, but I like this guy a little bit more. What do you think, Taco?
He just settled down in a new spot.
Yeah, he just re-nested. We switched it up. We got the pink blanket for him tonight. I think that one calms him. He needed some calming. He was nuts today.
Yeah.
He was barking. I always joke he barks at leaves that blow by, but
no, it was bad.
yeah, he was just barking at the wind today. Didn't even need a leaf. Once read the part of Romeo in 10th grade English. Highlight of my acting career. Chris, was it one of those where you were doing like paragraph? Oh no, you were reading all of Romeo. That's different. I just hated, I don't think I hated it. I didn't mind, but when you would sit in class and they would be like, all right, we're going to read a paragraph at a time.
That was my hell.
Yeah, and you'd try to count ahead. This was the worst part. The worst part is you'd be like, all right, shit. There's 6 people ahead of me. So then you count paragraphs. Yep. And then the teacher would be like, oh, Emily, that one's short. Just read 2. And you'd be like, fuck, I just practiced that one.
Yes, Jen just said the same thing. I would always be afraid that for some reason I would accidentally like swear. I'd be like, never swear. That's awful. Not great for introverts.
Oh, God. All right. The correct answer here was Othello. Othello. Great play, great game. Great job. Oh, look at me.
Oh, wow.
All right. Question 14. Name the Shakespeare play. Portia, Shylock, Antonio. Which play has Portia, Shylock, and Antonio? You were in West Side Story. Were you a shark or a jet, Maggie? I don't know. I don't even know if those are the 2 in.
Yes.
Yeah. Board game trivia. Othello.
Oh, Lindsay, give it back to him.
Nice. The students when you had the chance. All right, everybody's in. Everybody's in. Just a comment, too. Just watching stuff offhand here. I got an email from the people who made the trivia system that we use for this, and they let me know. I know that, over the last 2 months, you guys have seen some issues sometimes with these text answers where you type it in, and they did a major update that rolled in today. Yeah, so I'm looking, and I can see already that many more answers are coming in. The numbers tend to match up right now with how many of you are playing, how many answers are coming in. So it looks like it's definitely making a difference. But I wanted to communicate that to you guys, that they did reach out and let me know that.
Thanks, Allie.
Yeah, they did an update, and they are working on it. I had nothing to do with it, but I'll take credit.
I mean, at least you reached out.
Yeah, I did reach out. They have great customer service. Okay, the correct answer here is Merchant of Venice. I had it typed in with the. I had the Merchant of Venice, but if you just put Merchant of Venice, you got points. Don't worry, but it had to be Merchant of Venice or The Merchant of Venice. I'm being a little specific there. Question 15. Name the Shakespeare play from these characters: Cicero, Cassius, and Calpurnia. Cicero, Cassius, and Calpurnia.
Cicero makes me think of Chicago.
Finally, a use for DOW, Development of Western Thought, from high school. Chris knew one. Good job, Chris. My internet. I'm sorry, Stephanie.
See, right there's proof that we don't rig the game because that is my sister.
Yeah, that's Gina's sister. if anybody was going to be rigged, we'd be rigging it for family. Honestly, I don't think anybody in our family has won anything.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, my mom played Survivor Trivia the other night. I think a few of you were here. My mom played Survivor Trivia, and I told all of you, I started watching Survivor with her during the first season. And when we got towards the end of the night, when the questions got a little bit tougher, she just sent me a text and said, "This was so much fun. Love you." And I was like, shit, the game's not even over. Like, she peaced out. So,
She was done.
yeah, we do not cheat, whether you are friends or family. We're here to provide a good time. We're making friends this way. So, thank you all for showing up every day and playing and listening to my ranting and raving.
Addison paid for first place.
Addison paid for first place.
Used her allowance.
How's Hunger Games coming? I want the update. What book is she in? And more importantly, what are the guys' names in Hunger Games? I always think Edward and Jacob. That's Twilight. Pete? Is that his name? Peta, or the other guy, whose name I don't remember. The Hemsworth, right? Wasn't it Hemsworth in the movies?
Peta and Gale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gale.
Is she Team Peter or Team Gale? I don't know if she's even there yet. But anyway, back to Shakespeare.
She's almost done. First book and part 2.
Oh, nice. Caesar. Julius Caesar is the correct answer. And many of you do this. 62%.
Good job, guys.
So one more Shakespeare question. Here we go. Question 16. Name the Shakespeare play from these characters. This sounds like Sex and the City. Miranda, Caliban, and Alonzo. Miranda, Caliban, Alonzo. What Shakespeare play? Book Peta is way better than movie Peta. Yeah, I agree.
Why do I get hungry when people say that to me?
Peta, it's because Peta is delicious. Gail, thank you everybody for. That's why I love you guys. I forget things and you always know everything.
We rarely have to Google anything. You guys are on it. It's pretty fantastic.
I need to refill this coffee.
I can do it for you.
It's right there.
So am I.
All right. Let's see what you thought. This is another one where some of you might have put the word "the." And if you did, that's good because that's how it's actually done. But some of you didn't put the word "the," and that's okay as well. Either way was accepted. The correct answer here is The Tempest. The Tempest. So good job. Somebody said, I've never read Shakespeare. Good time to start, I suppose. At least do the Spark Notes. That'll get you through another Shakespeare round if we do it in the future. So that's it for Shakespeare tonight, guys. We do have another mini bonus round coming up, but we're going to look at the standings before we do that. And let me throw them up.
Olivia, disappointed She's the Man wasn't mentioned in this round.
May I see your manager in first, Rich H in second, Help Us Jeebus in third, everybody else rotating through. Olivia with 1, 2, 3, that is 8 exclamation points. I can confirm, 8 exclamation points. Take your top off with 3 exclamation points. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to keep letting that rotate through. The next round is another mini bonus round. All that means is that all 5 questions come from the same category, but each individual question will be different. I'll tell you what that is here in just a second. Oh, what a sleepy boy. I just made my think of something the dad noises from Letterkenny.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I see him, how you doing there, Dad?
Unfortunately, I do that too.
Yeah. All right. Everybody's in. This next round, once again, 5 questions from the same category. This is, as we have been doing for a while now, a picture round. So all 5 of these are going to be pictures. You have to identify something about the picture. Tonight, I wanted to switch things up as much as possible. We just did Shakespeare. So for the picture round, we are doing cartoon characters. Cartoon characters, not from a specific movie or brand. These are just cartoon characters. So I'm going to put a picture of a cartoon character up on the screen. All I need you to do is tell me the name of the character. It's literally that simple. If I put a picture of Mickey Mouse, you just have to type Mickey Mouse. You don't have to give me a name of movies or shows or anything. Just what's the character's name? I think some of these are pretty easy, and I think some of these are pretty tough. But we'll see how you answer. Here we go. Question 17, first one from our picture round. Name this cartoon character. Taming the Shrew, yeah.
Oh, Maggie. My dog is named after him. That's pretty cute.
Aww. Check out the booty on that blondie. She's the man. I just want to give a shout out to the fact that not just to the fact that so many of you knew this, but so many of you spelled it correctly.
Oh, good job.
I only had 2 come in, and no shame on the people that spelled it wrong.
Sure.
But shout out to the fact that 45 of you spelled Sebastian correctly. Sebastian is the right answer from The Little Mermaid. Sebastian, the name of the crab. Congrats. That is the first one of our cartoon character picture round. Here is the second one. What is the name of this cartoon character?
Oh.
Or got it completely wrong. Yeah, Laura, shout out to those people too.
Yeah.
Ooh, long-haired chihuahua. I don't think I've ever seen a long-haired chihuahua.
Yeah,
I mean,
you'll
I've seen
want
Maggie's dog, but I don't think I realized it was a long-haired chihuahua.
They are very cute.
Cassie, video game character picture questions from last week helped us in another trivia game we played last night. Tell me more about that. What did you guys play? Where did you play it? And was it a picture round, a video game picture round? Oh my God, that's adorable. Jeff. All right, everybody's in. Everybody's in.
Oh my God.
I'm just marking a few of these right, especially with the way that this is spelled technically. So I wrote the way that it is spelled in the comics, in the movie, if you will. The correct answer here is olive oil. Olive oil. They spell it with a Y, but if you spelled it, as it actually is spelled, Oliveoil, you got points. Don't even worry about it. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. All right, question 19. I think this might be the toughest one. Name. Oh, never mind. It's not. Name this cartoon character. Name this cartoon character. EVOO, baby. Remember when Rachel Ray, that was like her thing?
Yeah.
Remember when she just started on TV and Aunt Emerald had BAM and Rachel Ray would say, a little EVOO, and her live audience would go nuts. Like she just said, you each get $1,000. All right, get a little EVOO.
The EVO
Whoa!
fan club. Taco
Yeah.
just got excited.
Taco is very excited. Maybe he likes,
EVO.
he already went. That's how quickly it happens. He was up, looking around, and now he's asleep again.
Paula had butter. Yeah.
Paula had butter, yeah. All right, guys, what we're going to make today is some fried butter. So what you need to do first, put some butter in the pan, let it melt, and then what you're going to want to do is coat your butter with some butter, and then throw that butter in the pan. I'm sure everything she made was probably the most delicious food in the world. All right. Everybody doing well. I only threw this one in because I thought some of you might go for the other half of this famous pair. And some of you gave me very specific answers. I didn't need middle initial or last name. I'm really just looking for the first name, but you're getting points. Don't worry. The correct answer here is Rocky. Rocky of Rocky and Bullwinkle fame. One of the first cartoons ever on nationwide television.
Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yeah, the Flintstones was the first primetime cartoon, and Rocky and Bullwinkle, I think, was the second. So Rocky and Bullwinkle been around forever. Natasha. All right, Boris. 20. This one I think is the toughest. Name this cartoon character. Name this cartoon. I think this, yeah, this image that I have, I think is straight out of a Sega game that these characters were in. Rachel Ray drives me crazy. Salt over the shoulder. It was a picture around. They used Mega Man a couple of. Oh, good, Cassie. I'm so glad that I was able to help you. That's what trivia is all about. You see it once, and hopefully you remember it the next time you see it or hear it. Oh, Jen, don't get me started on Giada. Oh, I love Giada. I think she makes great food, but I can't handle talking like this for 20 minutes and then mozzarella out of nowhere. It drives me nuts. If you can't make your own, store-bought is fine. Bobby, yes, all cooked with a huge dollop of racism. Paula Deen, not a good end to her saga.
I'm with Missy B.
What'd you say?
Oh, Erin. She's sexy. Hi, Erin.
Erin Wallen. Was it... When did we talk about the fact that I always say Erin Wallen, even though I've only ever known her as Erin Campbell?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I've just seen your name, like, on YouTube, Erin. Erin Wallen. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Guys, I promise I am multitasking here. I am marking some of your misspelled answers correct while I am shooting the breeze. A lot of different spellings for this one.
Jen.
What'd you say?
Pancetta.
Pancetta.
But I could hear
Mozzarella. Pancetta. Parmesan. The correct answer, look at all these guesses that we got. The correct answer is Gossamer. Gossamer. So if your answer sounded anything like Gossamer, you got points.
I like these answers.
Yeah, Boogeyman. Well, that's terrifying. Scary Valentine's Bear. Not correct, but a very...
The guy with the chicken. Well, that's
Monster
terrifying.
Heart. Rachel Ray. Toe Jam. Gossamer was a Looney Tunes character. And yeah, pretty scary. All right, 21. This is the final picture round question, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yep. It's the final picture round. Cartoon character. Just give me the name. This one always takes 1 second, so give it a chance to load. Name this cartoon character. Still hasn't shown up on my end, and I don't remember what I put. Oh, yeah. Name this cartoon character.
Oh, we have an appliance named after this character.
Our it's not a Roomba, but our vacuum is named after this character. Meanwhile, I just want to get drunk with Ina Garten. Yeah, Missy, that sounds fantastic. Going to punch my computer. Well, that's terrifying. Office Space style. Yes. Oh yeah, Christiane, you have the same one, right? You named your robot vacuum the same thing. We discovered that a few weeks ago. It only makes sense.
Ooh. How do I follow her on Instagram? Thank you, Jen. I'm going to do that now.
Who, Ina Garten? The correct answer here, many of you knew, Rosie. Rosie the robot, cleaning up after Elroy Jetson and Astro, the dog. On the Jetsons, this is their robot maid, but she did have a name. I didn't accept robot maid or robot Jetson because her name is Rosie. Good job, everybody. Let's look at the standings. Let's see where you're at. You're doing really well. Currently, in first, may I see your manager, Jeff in second, and Jen Widener in third. A close points race right now. Albin, Jen Cerna in 12th, 13th. The Wilkes Bros up into 23rd. Cassie in 24th. We're all over the place. Percy Jackson The author of Percy Jackson just put out a video today talking about how they are interested in a Disney Plus live-action series that would be a little bit closer to the actual source material than the movies that were released. So if you're a fan of Percy Jackson, definitely I would check out that video. Nothing's been confirmed, but they've said they've been interested. Ed, Elroy was quite neat. It was Judy. I believe it. Lindsay, I'm with you. I watched those movies before I ever read any of the books. And, I mean, if you just watch them from a enjoyment perspective, I enjoyed them. Plus, Alexandra Daddario is just...
Your favorite hero.
Yeah, I'm here for Alexandra Daddario. I enjoy any movie that she's in. So they had me probably with that. It's that simple. But I did like the movies. Certainly not close to the books. All right, here we go. I mean, so if you want to bring it back to what we talked about a few weeks ago, Baywatch, the new one, everybody hated. Mm-hmm. But it had, now that you guys all know me a little better, Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario. Probably my favorite movie. All right, questions 22 through 31 are the final questions you'll see. These will be the toughest questions of the night. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no secret theme. It's not a mini bonus round. These are just 10 random general knowledge questions that are worth 300 points apiece. So as you can see on the standings board here, this is still anybody's game because each of these questions is worth 300 points. All you have to do is get it right, and you earn all 300 points. As long as you get the answer in before timer runs out. Here we go. Question 22. What branch of math derives its name from Arabic, literally translated as reunion of broken parts? Looking for a branch of math, which its name is derived from the Arabic language and literally translates to reunion of broken parts. Oh, Chris. I hope that he doesn't read Aragon and then watch the Aragon movie. He may not come back from that. Lindsay, I loved White Collar. You need to watch that, right? We talked about it?
Yeah, I have not.
Because Gallant from ER was on White Collar too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and Matt Bomer.
Oh. Okay. Fine.
Ooh, I need to do Chuck. I started Chuck. I never finished it.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a little bit of Chuck.
Correct answer here is algebra. Algebra. Reunion of broken parts. X equals what? Bring everything back together. Equal it out. Algebra, the correct answer. Most of you do that. 70% of you. In fact, that's enough for a social. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right. Question 23. What actor, I'm looking for the name of the actor, not the movie, not the character. What actor took home the 1991 Oscar for Best Actor despite only receiving 15 minutes of screen time? Let me revise this really quick. Hold on. I had a feeling that I wrote this wrong. Yeah. Before I start the timer, it's not a huge thing, but I want to be specific about this. So if you ever wondered if we're doing this live, we're doing this live. What actor took home the 1992 Oscar for Best Actor? Because the movie came out in 91. That's what gave me pause. I thought that I knew this. What actor took home the 1992 Oscar for Best Actor despite only receiving 15 minutes of screen time in the 91 film that they won the Oscar for? Looking for the name of the actor. Do you know this one?
I did. Currently, in this moment, I don't. I know that I do know it somewhere in this brain.
Yes, Matt Bomer, Kayla. Magic Mike. Matt Bomer. I have a Magic Mike. Didn't I get a Magic Mike background for the green screen? I have a Magic Mike background just ready and waiting for the one night that it comes up like this.
Have you seen The Sinner?
Sinner, I have not.
Oh, is it with Jessica Biel, Christine, The Sinner?
Sinner, is that with Jessica Biel? Gina asked.
I have some friends who watched that with me, but I've never seen it.
So the correct
Yeah.
answer here, surprisingly, not Kayla Hilliker. The correct answer is Anthony Hopkins. If you gave me a last name, that's okay. Anthony Hopkins for his role of Hannibal in Silence of the Lambs. That's why I updated this. Silence of the Lambs was the 1991 movie, and he won the 1992 Oscar. He was only on screen for 15 minutes.
That's so cool.
Yeah. There's a couple other actors that have done something very similar where they weren't on much, but they won. So good job. About half of you knew that. Question 24. You know I love Monopoly. In the game of Monopoly, the traditional regular game of Monopoly, if you're just starting the game, what is the first possible property that anyone could purchase when you're playing? What is the first possible property that anyone could purchase in a regular traditional game of Monopoly? I do like Zachary Levi a lot.
Yeah. Me too.
Guys, if you're not doing anything tonight at 9 o'clock, we have Monk trivia. I mentioned this on Tuesday. Even if Monk is not your favorite show or you've never watched it, if you're not doing anything, hang out and just chat with us. We're excited to be putting this one on for Kayla tonight. She won our donation drawing. So we're doing Monk trivia tonight at 9 o'clock, just about 60 minutes from now. I'm excited for that. I would love to have as many of you join us as can. And I am marking.
I'll be here. We'll be here.
Yeah,
Let's
Gino
have
will
fun.
be here. Taco will be here. I'm going to cook a pizza. I'm marking your answers correct here. So this one, I like this one. I don't love tricky questions, but I like this one just because it makes you think. You really got to see the board in your head, and then you got to think about what exactly the question's asking. What is the first possible property you can purchase in the game of Monopoly? In order to purchase a property, you have to land on it. So technically, those of you who said Mediterranean, that is the first square. That is the first property on the board. But you can't roll a 1 with 2 dice. The first property you can purchase is Baltic Avenue. And half of you knew that, so good job. You didn't fall for it. Baltic Avenue. If you put Baltic or Baltic Avenue, that's okay. You got points either way. Good job. Here we go. Question 25. In what organ of the human body would you find something called the amygdala? In what organ of the human body would you find the amygdala? In your butt. Lindsay, you won't forget again. Now you know. We need to get a virtual Monopoly game. I know you wouldn't like that. I would love that.
I don't hate Monopoly. It just takes so long.
Yeah, well, if you play by traditional Monopoly rules, it shouldn't take so long. People just don't play by the original rules. Like, if you land on a property and that person doesn't want to buy it, it goes up for auction. So every time something's land on, somebody ends up with it.
Oh.
That's traditional rules.
I never heard
People
that.
don't play that way. They just play, oh, I don't want it. Okay, next person's turn. And it takes forever.
I'm a willy-nilly person. So
I don't mind a long game of Monopoly. Don't get me wrong. A couple people thought that it was found in your Brian. It is not, but it is found in your brain. If you wrote Brian, you got points. Don't worry, I'm not that mean. It is not in your penis or your limbic system or your lungs or your stomach. One person said penis.
I mean, why not?
I mean, I'm sure there are many other things there, but not your amygdala.
I think we have, Christiane, you said you can get Hasbro for PS4. You have that.
I have it. I have the Monopoly game on PS4. If anybody else has it, let's be PS4 friends and let's play Monopoly. Let's look at the standings while we talk about being friends on PS4. Jeff in first, just about 39 points in front of Jen W. May I see your manager in third. Seek and Destroy out there in 22nd. Where did you go, Rich Hansen? Uh-oh, called out. Christiane, I actually don't think I have the whole Hasbro connection, but I have Monopoly. I should look into Hasbro. I know those other games are on there too. But we do need to get a game night going. I don't know if the person's here, but somebody's been posting in the online Baig online community. They've been posting and hosting Jackbox games. So I like that, and I appreciate that you guys are doing that and sharing it with everyone. And I do hope to join one. one day. I feel like Michael Scott. I love inside jokes. I hope to be a part of one someday. I love online games. I hope to not be hosting one someday. All right, you've seen where you're at. This is the final stretch, everybody. There are 6 questions left. Each of these is worth 300 points, and I promise you, this is still most anybody's game to win if you do very well. Top 3 places are less. They're 120 points apart, so 300 points per question. Here we go. Question 26. One more Oscars question. For which film did Matthew McConaughey win his first and thus far only Academy Award for Best Actor? What film did Matthew McConaughey win his first and thus far only award for Best Actor? Ooh, I would like Trivial Pursuit on there, as you could probably imagine, Christiane. Video game trivia. I may do that, Marcos. We've done it at the bars before, so I have it already written. I have some of it written. I'd have to write multiple choice stuff, but yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be fun. All right. There's a good video online when Matthew McConaughey was on a talk show once, and he explained where his all right came from. Pretty interesting, especially if you like Matthew McConaughey. I think maybe it was Conan he was talking to. He explained it. I am marking answers correct while I'm talking to y'all. Correct answer here. Ooh, wrong letter. The correct answer here is Dallas Buyers Club. Dallas Buyers Club. Great movie, great acting in that one. So shout out. Most of you knew that. That's enough for a social. Cheers, everybody. 83% of you. All right, just a couple questions left. Yeah. All right, here we go. Question 27. Some geography. What was the name of the country now known as Bangladesh before it was changed in 1971? So just prior to changing the name to Bangladesh, what was the name of the country now known as Bangladesh when it was changed in 1971? It has been multiple things, but just before it became Bangladesh, it was known as what? Play against AIs. They aren't my favorite people. Yeah. AIs. I feel like AI has come a long way, but I still feel with video games like Trivial Pursuit or Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy, the AI is honestly either completely incompetent or Ken Jennings. It's one or the other. There's no like mediocre AI that just makes you have fun playing one of those games. All right, marking a few of these right. A couple of people just misspelled it. I'll be a little specific on this because there's a reason for it. Pearl Jam Rules was a guess out there that I see. If this wasn't for an actual gift card tonight, you know that answer would win points from me. One of my favorite bands of all time, but not tonight. Not tonight. You get points from my heart, but not for the actual game, since we do have a gift card on the line. But a few of you just slightly misspelled the right answer. I see Taco Land. The correct answer is East Pakistan. East Pakistan. Pakistan, it used to be West Pakistan and East Pakistan. And then before that, they were both just part of India. So it's come a long way. My dad is from Pakistan, so I am half Pakistani. But I am no part Bengal. West Pakistan, if you will. Pakistan now. But good job, those of you that knew that. Question 28. Some music trivia. Chris Gaines is a fictional rock star persona created by what country music performer? Which country music star created the fictional persona of Chris Gaines? Yeah, 2 of them are dumb and 1 of them is a genius. Bangladesh. Yeah, we need to get a game going. USA and Canada, some online Monopoly. Christiane, Bobby, Gina, Ollie, and Taco.
Yeah.
This guy, one of the most incredible performers ever, whether you like country music or not. Just overall, I think he's the only person who said, yeah, that was a weird thing he did, Dave.
Oh, my mom, I have this CD.
I remember this. This is my dad gave me for Christmas one year. The Garth Brooks. Oh, that's the answer, by the way. Sorry. Garth Brooks released a giant collection of CDs, multiple live CDs, all of his best hits, and I love it. I like Garth Brooks. I like country music overall. I really like Garth Brooks. He's an incredible performer. He's one of the best-selling artists of all time. Anybody on the planet. He's the only person who I think has had 7 albums reach diamond status. That's a trivia question I'm going to ask soon. So now you know. It's something like that. I'll have to look up the specifics, but he's the only person who has had that level of success. And just a cool dude. Check out the SNL skit, him and Will Ferrell. Devil Don't Rat Love Songs or something like that. There's a great SNL skit, him and Will Ferrell. All right, question 29. Lending its name to a popular college drinking game. What city is the capital of Lebanon? What is the capital city of Lebanon? Shares its name with a popular college drinking game. Yes, Lindsay, incredible show. Only know this because of Kevin.
Oh my gosh, a drinking game.
Yeah.
It's just sad that I know the answer because of the drinking game, not because of the actual fact.
Yep. I mean, it's not sad, but it makes sense. What's Taco up to? Oh, yeah, still sleeping.
Same old.
All right, let's see what y'all thought. Oh, you guys work together. I'm gonna put these answers up, just because I love the idea that the capital city of Lebanon would be Flip Cup, or Quarter Bounce, or Tip Cup, or Flippy Cup, or Slap Cup. Euchre, Hezbollah.
Ooh, slap cup. Who said that? Aaron?
Aaron Wallen, did you put Slap Cup? Hold on. Can we just focus down at the bottom for 1 second? Whoever wrote Kyrgyzstan? Kyrgyzstan.
That's awesome.
That's an incredible answer. Again, if this wasn't for an actual prize, I would give you points. But know that you get points from me in the universe. Kyrgyzstan. What an incredible guess. The correct answer is Beirut. Beirut. If anything you wrote down sounded like Beirut, you got points. Here we go.
Yeah, who was Pakistan?
Kyrgyzstan. That's incredible. Number 30, sports. A velodrome. You can see it on the screen, just in case I'm not pronouncing it correctly. A velodrome is the name of a type of arena used for which competitive sport? What sport takes place in a velodrome? Yes, Aaron Wallen was Slap Cup.
Only the best drinking game ever.
Bobby and Christiane were in cheerleading in high school and then started working together years later. Now, no one can tear them apart. Aww. It's
That's really cute.
like a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Oh. So I'm looking for a specific word here, and as long as you gave me this word at all, you're going to get points. So I just need to mark some of you right. Give me 1 second. The correct answer, what I'm looking for here, let me see if I missed any up here. Yeah, one is just misspelled. The correct answer is cycling. Competitive cycling. If you wrote bicycling, speed cycling, anything that contained the word cycling, you're going to get points for this. So don't worry. There are a few more that I have to mark correct. It was not American Gladiators 2. Although, if you are a fan, American Gladiators, there's a great collection of the original American Gladiators on Hulu. You can go and watch if you'd like to. All right, guys, we just have one more question. One more question. I just marked. I got to mark one more of these right. I see sprint cycling. Anytime there's cycling, I'm going to give you points. So give me 1 second. Yeah, this is the indoor, the velodrome with the angled walls where they're cycling on. All right, here we go. 31, final question, everybody. Final question. This will determine everything. If you're in first place, at the end of this, you win a $25 gift card to Elmhurst Brewing Company. Delicious beer, delicious food, curbside carryout, or limited delivery, depending on where you're at. Here we go. Question 31. I have no idea what I wrote. Oh, here we are. Who was the first person in history to win 2 separate Nobel Prizes? First person ever to win 2 separate Nobel Prizes. No points for Pam Pong? Yeah, Beirut, Cassie. Now you know. Now, maybe you'll play trivia later, and they'll ask you about Beirut, and you would have learned it here. And then you'll know.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I'm just going to go through. I'm not going to put these answers up. I want to leave you in suspense for a second, but I'm marking them right here behind the scenes. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Drinking games as a category. Please.
Oof.
We got a little social.
Yeah.
Just do a texting.
Let's just do some online drinking games. There's a fun one. A lot of you said a lot of different things. The correct answer here, oh, I see one way down at the bottom, is Marie Curie. Not only was she the first woman ever to win a Nobel Prize, she was the first person, period, to win 2 separate Nobel Prizes. So shout out to those of you that knew that. Yeah, and she paid for it. I mean, her research took a toll on her. They say she's still, if you were to approach her body today, she's still radioactive. She's still giving off radiation. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's his dedication. She gave a lot to her cause. That's it, everybody. You made it. Sorry for yelling.
Good job, all.
Cannot control the sound of my voice. You guys made it all the way through our general knowledge. This is the last regular general knowledge trivia we have this week, but please do not forget, tomorrow night at, I believe, 8 o'clock, I'll have to double check. Tomorrow night, we do have one more online general knowledge trivia night. This time, it is to benefit an incredible organization, the Bloomingdale Food Pantry. They are providing food to families in need right now. It is 8:30 tomorrow night. I apologize. 8:30 tomorrow night. It is free to play. So just to be clear, you don't have to pay anything ahead of time. You don't have to buy a ticket. You can actually come out. You can play. And what we'll be doing is, rather than seeing these links down here, you won't see any links to donate to Baig Tricks. You'll be seeing donation links to donate directly to the Bloomingdale Food Pantry. Every $25 that you donate tomorrow will feed a family. I don't remember for how, I think it's a week's worth of food for a family. That's what they can do with the donations that you send. It's incredible. So in turn, we have a lot of prizes available. A lot of great local organizations have donated gifts that we'll be raffling off some and awarding the rest as prizes for trivia. Free to play. Please come out. It'll be fun, as it always is. And we'll be raising money for an incredible organization. So that's the last thing we'll be doing this week. So if you don't win tonight, come back tomorrow. You might win that one. Here we go. Final standings. Drum roll, please. In first place, Jeff Drack in first place. Jennifer Widener in second. May I see your manager in third. A very close finish. Less than 120 points between first, second, and third. I see Olivia with 8 exclamations out there in about 25th. Percy Jackson, the Olympians. Everything else going to rotate through, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to leave that up so you can see it. In the meantime, please, if you're not doing anything tonight, even if you don't watch the show, come back and join us at 9 o'clock, just 42 minutes from now, for Monk Trivia. We'll be here having a good time. Kayla, we'll see you then for sure. Kayla's the person that won our donation drawing this week and asked us to do Monk. If you want to see a special trivia night next week, Make sure you donate before tomorrow to Baig of Tricks. That's how you can get yourself in on the raffle. If we draw your name, you get to choose something. It could be something we've never done, like Monk, or it could be something we've done often, but you want to see it again right now, like Friends, or The Office, or Parks and Rec, or Harry Potter, or Disney. We space those out, but if you want it next week, if you donate to us, we'll draw a name, and that could be you that wins, and you could choose something. So, guys, that's it.
Jeff's birthday's tomorrow, by the way, and he won first place. So.
Oh, happy birthday! And I did not know that. There's no accusations here. The individual who won first place tonight, it is his birthday tomorrow. So congratulations, Jeff. Happy birthday. Please do visit Elmhurst. Take your gift card and then buy some extra stuff to show them some support. I would recommend that all of you do that, obviously. Show them some love for giving these gift cards. Go above and beyond. Order some food and then get some beer extra. But that's it, guys. That's it for trivia right now. We'll be back in 41 minutes for Monk Trivia. I'm going to have some whiskey in the meantime, so join us.
Bye, guys.
And then,
See you soon.
here's Taco
Love
one
you.
more time.
Mwah.
Bye, bye, bye. Wash your hands. I just said bye, bye, bye. Oh! Oh!